Hello and welcome back to Crosshatch Puzzles. We're here for another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. It is Thursday, January 8th, 2026. And today we have a collaboration between Mallory Montgomery, whose debut this is in the New York Times, and Zhou Zhang, who's contributed a small number of puzzles so far. I remember enjoying Zhou's puzzles quite a bit. So we will get right into today's puzzle. It being a Thursday, we're expecting some kind of tricky theme and some midweek, mid-difficulty fill. So let's get going for Thursday, January 8th. Mallory Montgomery and Zhou Zhang's collaboration. A blank canto, bel canto, probably a singing style from the 19th century. Lessons that might be spelled out for you. Is this like the ABCs? Is that what we want there? Photographer Dian Fossey, I think. Like a naturalist photographer. I think that's how we spell the name. Wide open Q&A. Ask me anything, AMA. Coffee option. Milk or sugar? Milk looks like it could work. Snatching sound in the comics. Yoink? Is that what we want? It looks a little weird with the crosses. Let's keep going. Non-verbal well done. Thumbs up, maybe? It looks weird with the crosses. I'll check the crosses in a moment. Well-known scheme designer. I don't know what we want by scheme there. One of the two Boolean values in programming. I don't know. Let's check the downs. Bangkok. Okay, this is not going to be a thumbs up then, because the Bangkok currency is a baht, I think, in Thailand. Doha dignitary is going to be an emir. I still don't see what that is. Heineken subsidiary whose name means small bodies of water. I don't know. Go on in dialogue. What do we want there? One of these is probably wrong. One who eats crisps and uses a loo. So this is going to be Brit. Someone in Britain calls crisps what North America might call chips, and calls a loo what North America might call a toilet. So coffee option, don't see it then. Kind of duty. Civic duty is a kind of duty. Oh, nonverbal well done might be a high five. Stab in a way. To spear? Oh, drip coffee. Go on and die. Oh, go on. I forget what this stands for, but it's an abbreviation for like dubbing, I think. I'll have to look that up. This looks like spear. Disney princess whose name is one letter off from a common princess accessory. The common princess accessory would be a tiara. I believe the princess's name in Princess and the Frog was Tiana. Cars with retractable roofs. Spanish exclamation akin to "oh baby." Small hopper in the 100-acre wood. So this is not Dian Fossey, I guess. Small hopper is Roo. Kanga and Roo were the name of the mother and baby kangaroo in the 100-acre wood in the Winnie the Pooh stories by A.A. Milne. Spot on. Right? Could just be right. Open as a fanny pack. It will unzip probably. Well-known scheme designer. What is this? Scrapes. Scrapes. Are these scrapes the noun or scrapes the verb? Skids, maybe? Skins, like scrapes a knee, skins a knee. Oh, Ponzi. Ponzi scheme. Okay. Gimlet base. Gin, I think. A gimlet is a kind of cocktail. Spot on could be bingo. Is this Diane Arbus? Ay papa, maybe. This Spanish exclamation. Crop tops? Is that right? Nursing spot. A teat, maybe? compete for, vie for, I papi, maybe that makes more sense. Crop tops, vie for, knick-knack, a novelty perhaps. Benefactor with a limited number of grants, question mark. And I don't think I'm understanding what they want there. Get wind of, to hear. Oh, 2 Boolean values are true and false. Okay. Lagunitas, this makes sense. Heineken subsidiary, small bodies of water. A laguna is a lake, a lagunita, maybe a small lake. Dundee descent, like in Australia, is that what we want? We stand today on the blank of a new frontier. Don't remember what that quote is. What Neapolitan ice cream is divided into? Thirds. Neapolitan ice cream has strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate ice cream. On the edge of a new frontier, that makes sense. And then, maybe Dundee is in Scotland, not Australia. Nay would make sense then. Attire for a fraternity party, maybe. A toga party, maybe. A bid in a breakfast bowl, an oat. Instrument originating in ancient Sumer, a harp, I guess. Cathedral recess is an apse, a very common entry, sacred architectural entry in the New York Times crosswords. Beloved could be dear. Jump at as an opportunity. Opposite of south by southwest is north by northeast. Maybes, ifs. Oh, a benefactor with a limited number of grants is a genie who has 3 wishes to give. Ifs. Full of zing could be zesty. Jump at as an opportunity. Seize. But then what's the rest of it? Get rid of. Axe. PlayStation alternatives. Xboxes. That's a lot of X's. I guess C's is right. Grade inflation, college concerns seen in those clues. I'll look at the theme later. Symbol of the Black is Beautiful movement. An afro, okay. Albatross, so to speak. Oh, what is an albatross used as a figurative version of? Parks in history is Rosa Parks. Tallahassee School, Florida State University. What? Albatross. Onus? Is that what we want? In the Club rapper. 50 Cent, I think. Influential power. Say. Thumbs up votes are ayes. Tea traders are yentas. Looks like onus anyway. So-called father of the American cartoon. Don't know. Blank free. I don't see it. Corporal or sergeant, both non-commissioned officers. Many PhDs to be, for short, are TAs. Possessive of a Chinese menu. General Tso's chicken, maybe. Scot-free, you got off scot-free like that. A sea creature that can weigh 400 pounds at birth. Orca. Wow. Father of the American cartoon. Looks like Nash or something. I'm pretty sure this is yentas. It's a start. What is a start? I don't know. Seize on. Accidentally burn, perhaps. Don't know. Brand in the feminine care aisle. Can't think of it. Mexican street food typically served with cheese, chili, and lime. I want to say elote, which is like the roasted grilled corn, but I'm not sure. Zeta follower is Ada. Grannies are nanas, maybe. Oops. Sir Blank Hercules John. I have not a clue. It takes a bow or a bow in a concert hall is a viola. That's funny. Kotex, that's a brand, I think. Like the coronation chair in Westminster Abbey. Taken? Feel under the weather is to ale. Oaken chair. Accidentally burn over something. Sir Elton Hercules John. I had no idea his middle name was Hercules. jump at as an opportunity. It might be seize on. Indigenous people at the center of the 2023's Killers of the Flower Moon. I actually don't know. Blank green, that could be any shade of green. Results, excuse me, of wearing some uncomfortable shoes. Blisters? Nast? I don't know who that is. Go on dates with, to see someone. Fictional lover of Rochester. Don't know. Hit TV series set at the fictional William McKinley High School. Glee, is that? Looks like it fits. Layer, a tier. It's a start. I see that. Blank green. What? I feel like I should know this by now. Is something wrong here? What if this is seize on? Over accidentally burn. Over bake? It doesn't look right. It's a start. Onset? Not all, this all looks wrong then. Results of wearing some uncomfortable shoes. It's gotta be blisters. Right? Could this be anything other than Glee? I don't think so. Seize on. Fictional lover of Rochester. Jane Eyre? Is this the Osage people? I don't know how to say that, but A-listers? No. Over... This doesn't make any sense either. Oh, Kelly Green. Overbook? Accidentally burn? Overbook? A-listers? Well, let's see if it's right. Oh, inflation. I think I understand what's going on. Okay, so I need to fix a couple of things here. So this needs to become high dive. Okay, there we go. I finally understood what's going on with the theme. So this is grade inflation. Such that we've replaced something in each of these entries. We've replaced a letter, which could be a grade letter, a letter grade, with a higher letter grade. So grade inflation, a college concern. Here we've replaced the B in blisters with an A. We've bumped the grade up to an A, so that this becomes A-listers. Here we've replaced the C. Actually, let's go from the top, because this is so. This had been high five. To go on in dialogue is to add. I was thinking about something entirely different, and I'm not even sure if I knew what I was talking about. But instead of the F here, if for high five, we've upgraded the F to a D to make a high dive. Here, instead of the D in drop tops, we've upgraded the D to a C to make crop tops. Here, instead of the C in overcook to accidentally burn to overcook, we've upgraded the C to a B to make overbook. And here the results of wearing some uncomfortable shoes. We've upgraded the B in blisters to an A to make A-listers. So these are all examples, I guess, of grade inflation. So this is really cool because Mallory Montgomery and Zhou Zhang had to find words that, when replacing a letter with a specific other letter, which would represent a grade inflation, would also make another phrase. High dive, high five, and high dive are both phrases. Drop tops and crop tops, both phrases. Overcook and overbook, both phrases. And blisters and A-listers, also both viable entries. And that's how we get that. So that is our grade inflation. Now, some other fun clues, lessons that might be spelled out for you. ABCs, got that one pretty quickly. I really struggled with this one. I think partly because I didn't know what was going on with the theme. So to go on, to continue, in other words, in dialogue, is to add something to what you had been saying previously. That's the way in which I think we're supposed to interpret this. I had a wrong person. Dian Fossey, I think, is also a photographer. I'm gonna have to look that up. Diane Arbus, I do recognize this name now, just not who I thought of initially. And Ponzi scheme I should have gotten sooner than that. This is a pretty fun entry for the Princess and the Frog character. This is a really fun clue for a genie. Benefactor with a limited number of grants is pretty fun. Tea traders. So so this is not literal tea, but this is tea as in gossip, I think, and yentas are, I think, just sort of like old gossipy ladies. I think, is that what's going on here? I'll double check and let you know if it's not. I'm glad I figured this out. I've not really seen elotes served with chili. The roasted corn I've seen definitely with some cheese and with lime and with spices, but not with like full-on chili. Maybe chili powder is what they mean, in which case that makes a good amount of sense. I haven't read Jane Eyre, so I didn't get this one soon enough. I didn't really think about what Lagunitas meant, nor did I really know it was a subsidiary of Heineken. I have heard of the beer, of course. Ay Papi is a fun, I wonder if that's a debut entry, and that's a fun inclusion in here. We've seen a bunch of Winnie the Pooh references and kangaroo references in recent grids, so that's pretty fun. What else? Albatross, I think an albatross is like a burden to bear, like but in this case, I guess specifically a burden of proof, which is the way we usually use the phrase onus, the word onus. If I discover that it's a different interpretation, then I'll let you know, but I think that's what's going on here. I don't know who Nast is, the father of the American cartoon. I have to look that up as well. I really did not know that Elton John's middle name was Hercules. I should have remembered the Osage people for this. Kelly Green does show up in the grid a bunch of times. I was just so confused about what else was going on that it didn't come to me here. And this is a more interesting way of cluing generals than we usually see on the grid. But other than that, this is a really fun Thursday puzzle, a great collaboration between Mallory Montgomery and Zhou Zhang. I thought this is a really sort of lively Thursday grid. If you liked myself, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you did. Feel free to put a comment if you understood something that I didn't. But do check the video description first, because I will put anything that I learn in there. And thanks for joining me. If you want to know when I'm posting next, hit that subscribe button. You'll get the notifications. And we'll see you the next time on Crosshatch Puzzles. Cheers.